Hey guys, welcome to the channel. And in this video guys, I want to talk to you about the Bitcoin contract on Genesis Mining. Now, if you are involved with Genesis Mining, you know the contract was gone for a while. Now it's all back. And I see a lot of people getting on the bandwagon because the contract is back. They're trying to hurry up and upgrade and not really, take a moment and think, is that really the right option to do? Now, I'll tell you right from the start, for me personally, this is not the right option to do. I still believe the Ethereum contract is a better option to go for. I will show you some numbers. I'll give you some thoughts about it. And by the end of the video, of course, you can do whatever you want. You can still continue upgrading your Bitcoin contract, or if it makes sense what I've explained to you guys, you can then go ahead and upgrade your Ethereum contract. So let's look into to these things, guys, and hopefully this video comes helpful for you guys, and maybe it makes you better profits than what you would have made prior to watching this video. So the first thing, guys, I want to say to some of you, because I think a lot of you are mistaking the fact that Bitcoin, it's a lifetime contract. Bitcoin, guys, on Genesis Mining is not a live contract. It's an open-ended contract, which means, if you're not aware, that if the contract is profitable, you will be receiving payments and the contract will be keep going. However, if it comes to a point where the contract is not profitable, Genesis Mining will seize the contract and the contract will come to an end. So guys, I'll tell you one thing is for sure. If you only invest once, and let's say in this case as we're looking at 10 terahashes for $1,400, if you only do one upgrade, guys, your contract will cease maybe even prior to 2 years if we compare it to the Ethereum contract, because as we know, the Ethereum contract is a 2-year contract. So if you only invest one, guys, it is likely this contract will come to an end even prior to the 2 years. And that is because, guys, a Bitcoin mining difficulty is rising also quite significantly, just like the Ethereum contract. So therefore, if you want to keep the contract rolling, you have to reinvest. And that's the same thing if you look at the Ethereum contract. Although it's a 2-year contract, if you keep reinvesting, it will actually keep going and going and going, because the first upgrade you do, let's say for the $1,450, this will, let's say, end. What's the date? The day is 6th of June 2007. So let's say your Ethereum contract for this amount of money will end 5th of June 2019. However, if you do, let's say, after 1 week, another $1,450 contract, it won't end on 5th of June, but it will end on the day that you made this. So it keeps rolling. So pretty much the same thing as the Bitcoin contract. You can keep rolling this contract as long as you're upgrading and reinvesting. So don't get mistaken by you thinking that, you know what, I'm buying myself 10 terahashes and I'm going to be receiving for the rest of my life payments from Genesis Mining. You won't. You have to keep reinvesting. So having said that, guys, I wonder why people are, so crazy about this lifetime contract, and all that. It's as we said, guys, it's not. The next thing I obviously want to show you guys, I don't understand why people are getting a Bitcoin contract and then they're allocating the contract to get the payments, let's say in Dash. Well, I know why they're doing it. That is due to the fact that the fees currently to spend your Bitcoin are crazy high. So if you're gonna actually buy yourself a Bitcoin contract and then you're gonna allocate it to something else, then that for me it's not a smart decision, because you obviously then getting payments in another in a different currency because you want to avoid this mining fee. But then again, just get yourself Ethereum contract, and when you get your profits, convert them to let's say Dash, because I know a lot of you have allocated your Bitcoin contract into Dash, and it is the same thing. So there you have it, guys. Crazy high fees when you want to spend your Bitcoins. Allocating into another currency because you want to avoid this, it does not make sense then to go for this contract. The next thing, obviously, guys, we're going to look at is it more profitable to mine Bitcoin? Because maybe it is. Maybe with this contract, you will be earning much more money than if you go for this Ethereum contract. I'll tell you right away, it won't, but I'll give you the calculation because it's nice to see them. So imagine you go for the $1,400 contract, 10 terahashes. Now, if you do use my 3% discount code, by the way, you will spend less, and you actually will be spending about $1,358 for the contract. Now if you go for the Ethereum contract, 1450 mega hashes, you will be spending 1406 after using my 3% discount code. But by the way, if you do want to use it, you can always find it in the description and in the comment section. So let's hit the calculate and see what the numbers say, guys. So I'm going to hit calculate. Now, before we look at the numbers, one thing I want to say, guys, I know that the difficulty changes. So obviously the numbers we're going to see here, they will probably be different by the end of, let's say the year or whatever. But for the sake of the video, guys, we're just going to match the number as they are right now. Both Ethereum and Bitcoin difficulty rises, things change, prices go up and down. So of course the number can change. But for the sake of the video, we can only obviously look at the numbers right now to be fair. So the first thing we see, guys, is going to take us 205 days to break even, which is not bad on an open-ended contract. But then again, remember, if you only upgrade once, it will come to an end. Now the numbers, guys, in dollars are daily $6.63, weekly $46.44, monthly about $200, and annual $2,420, which again is not bad. But I'll tell you, the Ethereum will give it a better results. So hit the calculate, and immediately we can see, guys, 150 days to break even. So comparing it to 205 days, immediately I know the Ethereum contract is a better option to go for. But let's look at the dollars. So daily you'll be making $9.32, weekly $65.25, monthly $279, annually $3,400. So you're making $1,000 more, guys, with Ethereum contract than a Bitcoin contract. So why in your right mind you'll be going for a Bitcoin contract if you can make more money with the Ethereum contract? Now, I know some of you believe more in Bitcoin than Ethereum and you want to invest into Bitcoin, you want to hold Bitcoin. That's okay with me. You can do that, but you can also do that by going for the Ethereum contract, earning $1,000 more than the Bitcoin contract, and then your profits with your Ethereums, change them to Bitcoin. So you can just obviously buy Bitcoin with your profits, and you will end up having more Bitcoins than if you go directly with the Bitcoin contract. So as you can see, guys, quite a few reasons to why I personally would not be going, at least for now, for the Bitcoin contract. I will definitely be going more for the Ethereum contract. I will continue upgrading my Ethereum contract. In fact, after obviously talking about this, I'll do an upgrade on my Ethereum contract, because I clearly don't see a reason as to why I should upgrade my Bitcoin contract at this moment, with all the things I've just shown you guys. It's not a lifetime contract. I have to reinvest in order to keep it going. If I only invest once, it may end up prior to 2 years Ethereum contract if you're going to match the two. The crazy high network mining fees. Some people even reporting long, having to wait for days for the transaction to be complete. Swapping in order to avoid this mining fee to a different currency, and then as you see, you can do the same if you go for the Ethereum contract and just then buy the currency. Going for the contracts, Bitcoin contract give me less profit than the Ethereum contract. I mean, for the right investment, I honestly think for the smart investment, the Ethereum contract is the much better option. And I know the post is coming. That is a talk that has been going on, but I'll tell you one thing, we don't know when and what exactly will happen after post. Genesis Mining themselves has said that even after post, it could be that those contracts will still be able to mine Ethereum. So we really don't know. And if they can't, I'm sure Genesis Mining will choose an option which will be just as profitable, and who knows, maybe even more profitable than that. Because remember one thing, guys, Genesis Mining would not be choosing a coin which will not be making us money, because then they will lose their customers. So of course they always are looking into what is the best option to go for both parties to make great profits. So there you have it, guys. Think about what you're doing. Don't just follow the trend. Don't just follow someone because someone is doing it and you're thinking, oh, I gotta do, I get myself on it before it runs out again and all that. If you really want to be smart, do your own calculations, do your own thinking, look at more videos. Let's say if you're looking at videos than once, see different positions, read comments, and of course make your own decision. You are investing your own money, guys, so you definitely have to make the decision for yourself. But I'll tell you one thing, guys. The things I've just mentioned to you, it does not make sense for anyone to go for the Bitcoin contract. And I'm not saying it's not a good contract, but all I'm saying is currently Ethereum contract is the better option to go for. But of course, you can go for any contract you want to do so. Now, let me do my upgrade. Now, guys, as you know, I've always tried to do two mega hashes of Ethereum contract, but I have said to myself, you know what? Rather than waiting maybe 2 days to get enough money into my wallet in order to do the 2 mega hashes, I'm gonna just be doing a 1 mega hash contract every single day. If I do have more money, I'll do even 2, and what that will give me the the benefit of constantly upgrading my contract. So therefore, my power is getting higher and higher, so that will then produce me more profits. Also, I will be able to be returning the favor back to you quicker than having to wait 2 days. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, let's say all these codes right here, I'm going to run through all of them once, and then I'm going to run through them twice, and then more codes. And I'm going to just keep using all the codes, guys, constantly upgrading. And I think it's the fair way to go. And of course, it's better to upgrade every day than to upgrade once every other day. So let's get started, guys. 1 mega hash, this is the money I have, and let's do the upgrade and get the contract going, guys. So I'm going to use Dash. As you saw, I have Dash in my wallet. So let's pick up the promo code. If you've been following me, guys, you know very well that I've pretty much invested every single thing I've earned from Genesis mining back into Genesis mining. I'm trying obviously to earn as much as I can, and this is why I want to keep upgrading. And as I said to you guys, while I'm reinvesting, that doesn't mean my contract will end at the start when I started. So I'm actually keep going and going, and obviously earning more and more. So there you have it, guys, picking up this. And by the way, currencies right now, let's just quickly see this. Dash price $145, which is lovely, because obviously when you're using a cryptocurrency to do your upgrades, it's always nice for the price to be high, because we are then spending less cryptocurrency, which of course is a very nice thing to do. So I like when I see the prices being that high, because can you imagine if Dash was $70, then that wouldn't be 0.200, it will actually be 0.400. So it's obviously very nice when the prices are high. So here it is. And can you see, guys, it was only 4 cents mining fee, and this is why people are allocating their Bitcoin contract to mine to get their payments into Dash. But you are not actually mining Dash. If you're not aware of that, you are still mining Bitcoin and Genesis mining and auto trading your earnings into Dash. So therefore, just go for the Ethereum, earn more money, and you can still buy any coin you want and do the upgrades, and you will be making more and more money, guys. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and really feel free to comment down below, give me your opinion, tell me what you think about it, what you're doing, I'm always happy to learn from you guys, and I'm learning quite a lot from your comments as well. So there you have it, guys. This code is done. Tomorrow I'll be using this one, then this one, and again, if I have more money for one upgrade, I'll do 2 codes in one upgrade, and then so on and so on, and just keep rolling, guys. Keep upgrading, supporting in the back. So I hope you're enjoying the channel, and if you are, feel free to also subscribe and share. And also, if you want to support me via Genesis Mining, feel free to use my 3% discount code, which you can find in the description section, on the comment section. And as you see, guys, I'm trying to return the favor as much as I can, as fast as I can, and be fair, obviously, to everyone. I know I've got a few codes to run through, but I'm doing my best to run through all of them. As you're seeing, guys, in my wallet, I pretty much don't have anything. Litecoin, I've got a bit, so in 2 days I should have enough to, let's say, do a Litecoin upgrade as well. Then more Dash coming in tomorrow, so I think tomorrow I'll be able to do more than 1 code, so maybe 2 1 mega hash each. Bitcoin, as I said, guys, unfortunately I'm not in a position to spend $63. It's crazy, and this is why I think it's crazy even to go for the contract. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.